Tina Holney, Communications 1010.03i. This is my persuasive speech. This is my audience. According to the U.S. EPA in the report on MSW generation, in 2012, Americans generated about 251 million tons of trash, and of that amount, 87 million tons was recycled. Today I want to argue in favor of recycling because it prevents pollution, sustains the environment for future generations, and reduces the amount of waste sent to landfills. My entire household recycles, so I see the major reduction in waste sent to landfills from our household. Today I'll discuss the difference between disposing of trash to landfills and recycling. First, I'll tell you how recycling prevents pollution. Next, I'll discuss how recycling sustains the environment for future generations. Finally, I'll cover how recycling reduces the amount of waste sent to landfills. With these points in mind, let's get started. Recycling is a great way to prevent pollution. Recycling reduces greenhouse gas emissions, which contribute to global warming. In 2012, 168 million metric tons of carbon dioxide equivalent emissions was reduced through the recycling and composting of the 87 million tons of MSW recycle, per the report on MSW generation. Landfill disposal has the potential to spread pathogens from biological waste. Pathogenic organisms come from sewage sludge and can become concentrated during the treatment process, causing risk to human health. The pathogens spread from landfill sites to ground and surface waters, which can become a contaminant to drinking water, as stated in the U.S. EPA Pathogen Risk Assessment in 1995. Recycling reduces the amount of materials that are extracted from the earth and reduces the waste that pollute the environment in the process. Power plants that produce materials used in manufacturing use energy to make their products and pollute the air with the gases that are produced in the process, according to the environmental benefits of recycling. Reducing pollution is a great way to take care of the earth, but there are other ways that recycling is beneficial. Recycling sustains the environment for future generations. According to John Eichert, natural ecosystems provide the energy humans consume to sustain life. Recycling enhances the health and productivity of these natural ecosystems that we rely on. By conserving energy through recycling, we reduce the amount of carbon dioxide that damages the ozone, sustaining the environment and reducing global warming. Recycling conserves production of unnecessary use of products made by nature. Recycling helps the environment by saving forests. Fossil fuels will be gone forever one day. Recycling conserves the use of fossil fuels, thereby saving them for use by future generations. We only have one Earth, so we need to sustain it for future generations, and recycling can help with this. Let's discuss another way that recycling can help. Recycling reduces the amount of waste sent to landfills. Reducing waste sent to landfills reduces the number of landfills. In the EPA Region 4 Research Conservation Challenge in the Frequently Asked Questions, I learned that landfills require several hundred acres of land that will be filled with waste and make it unusable for human use afterward. By reducing the amount of waste sent to landfills, we reduce the number of landfills and leave more usable land for our future generations. Another thing I learned from the EPA Region 4 Research Conservation Challenge Frequently Asked Questions is that reducing the number of landfills reduces the amount of methane gas which is produced by landfills released into the atmosphere. Items that can be recycled are paper, plastic, aluminum, steel, yard trimmings, and glass. Many of these items can be reused, recycled, and remanufactured to prevent the amount of waste sent to landfills. Recycled goods can be purchased at stores everywhere and are a great alternative to buying a newly made product. By purchasing recycled goods, we're making the recycling program a success and showing everyone how much good it can do. According to the EPA Region 4 Conservation Challenge Frequently Asked Questions, recycled goods are made with less energy because the materials that are used to make them do not have to be re-extracted from the earth or remanufactured in a plant and do not have to be remade again. You now know how recycling reduces the amount of waste sent to landfills and why this is a good thing. In summary, we've gone over how recycling is a better choice than disposing in waste of landfills because it prevents pollution, sustains the environment for future generations, and reduces the amount of waste sent to landfills. Preventing pollution by recycling reduces global warming, reduces the spread of pathogens from biological waste, and reduces the amount of pollution from extracting materials for manufacture. Recycling sustains the environment for future generations by conserving natural ecosystems, reduces the amount of carbon dioxide, damaging the ozone, and conserving forests and fossil fuels. Recycling reduces the amount of waste sent to landfills, resulting in the reduction of the number of landfills, results in the reuse of many products, and supports the recycling program by increasing consumer purchasing of recycled goods. Take a second to think about how much trash 251 million tons is. Imagine how much we could reduce that amount that's sent to landfills by recycling. Imagine how much healthier our earth would be for our future generations. Don't you want the safest and most abundant place for them? I know I do. We can all do our part to make this happen by reducing pollution, sustaining the environment for future generations, and reducing the amount of waste sent to landfills. It might take some time getting used to, but once you get in your new routine, it becomes second nature, and it's well worth any extra effort. And if anyone would like to look at my references, here you go.